Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Here again at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale. Thank you very much to them for letting us use the bay to film some videos. And today, I want to talk with you a little bit about kind of odd shooting positions, and particularly if you're running an optic like I am. I get people all the time that say, well, John, that's cool, but you have to be in a perfect shooting position in order to see your optic, and getting the optic in the window is the problem. Today, I want to give you some principles and techniques to maybe ameliorate that a little bit.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills, and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
So one of the things we're real big on at Active Self-Protection is teaching principles more than techniques, right? So there are some techniques, you're gonna have to learn some techniques, and I'm gonna have to teach some techniques in order to teach proficiency in shooting. But I wanna teach the principles first, because you have to apply the principle in your own life to your own body with your own vision and your own mental processing in order to get results that you want, right? And your hands are different than mine, your gun might be different than mine, your body is different than mine, your capabilities in that are different than mine, and you're gonna process visually differently than I do. And so I wanna give you the principles so that you can work those out, monkey with them, mess with them in your own world, okay? So that's what my goal is here. So when we're kind of standing, and we do this all the time on the square range, we get all squared up here, we go and bring the gun up to us, we go, oh, here we go, bang, 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 and we wanna kind of, stay nice and tall. The days of the turtle are over, thankfully. I think that's a good thing, because the turtle is bad from an athletic position. But what happens if I am sitting in a chair, or if I have to kind of look around a corner or something like that? We don't see that very often in private citizen gunfights. An awful lot of them are stand and deliver. However, here's the principle, and the principle works whether I am moving on the side here, or if I'm going the other side and doing that stuff. If for some reason I'm bent over forwards, but my head is up, I'm not looking through the top of my eyes. Works through the top of my eyes too. But whatever the case may be, if I happen to be, kind of sitting way back because I'm leaning back in my car or something like that, and that is, I want to present the gun through the plane of my head. There's the principle. So what I want to do here is I want to bring the gun to a place, however that works when I get the gun out here, that then I am driving the gun up to the back of my nose. You're going to hear other shooting on the bays to the left and right of us. This is it's business hours here at C2, so there are going to be other people shooting. Listen, so I want to bring the base plate, the back of the gun, up to my nose. I learned that from Tim Herron. I think that's a really good principle, right? Bring the gun up to your nose. And that means if my head is sitting over like this, I bring the gun this way up to my nose. And I drive the axis of the gun. So if I'm standing straight up, I want the top of the gun to come to the top, to come up to me. So if I'm over here, guess what? I want the gun to come this way as well. Let me turn around again. I got to be cautious of directions of least consequence here on the range. So let me see if I can show this to you in a safe manner. I can't really turn the camera around either, because the lights are going this way, and it'll just wash out, and it'll be a really bad juju. But it'll give you something to practice and work on from here, okay? So here I am, I'm just standing at the 5-yard line, and I'm shooting at a B8 here, okay? So I'm gonna shoot at one of these B8s. So if I'm here, and I get the gun to this position, right? So I've just got the gun out. Now when I'm standing straight up, you'll notice here, well, all I'm gonna do is, again, bring the gun up to my nose, right? So I'm gonna bring the back of the gun up to my nose. That brings my sights right up to my eyes. Great, it's there and it's all day. So I could press it and send it. Easy day, right? So, okay, yay, John got an X-ring hit and didn't wait to do so. Okay, great, that's wonderful. But now, again, if my head is way over here, my head is sideways here, all I'm gonna do is rather than try to figure out, I'm just going to bring the gun to the back of my head. I'm gonna bring the gun up to my nose and see it. Bring the gun to my nose and see it. I'm pressing the trigger a little fast there with a little bit less care than I want to. I'm still getting 8-ring hits, okay? So I'm over here, see it, there it is. Okay, fine, there's a 10-ring. Now, if I go the other way, okay, I'm just bringing the gun up to the same standard. I'm just bringing the gun through my face, seeing it on the side so that it does the same thing. Now here's a cool, dirty secret. What about if I'm shooting the gun one-handed? Well, I'm gonna do the same thing. So this is a safe direction over here as well, is that all I wanna do is bring the gun up and through and bring the back plate to my face. And that'll bring me my optic in the window of my one-handed presentation. So a lot of people say, man, John, if I don't have two hands on the gun, I don't get a perfect press out, then I don't see the dot. In my opinion, then go back to the principle of I want to bring the back plate of the gun up to my nose, and I want to drive out, and I want that to come up to me and up to my face from where I am bringing the gun. So here, all I'm doing here is I am doing from the same thing. I like to start a little front sight proud so that way I am dropping the dot in from the top. That's all I want to do here. So however I get the gun out, if I'm drawing it one-handed, here, draw the gun up to me and bring out to the front, and you can see A-zone hit, right? Okay, fine. It's a little slower than my two-handed presentation, sure. Will my follow-ups be a little bit slower than that? They will, because I'm not able to control recoil with one hand at the same speed that I can control it with two. But I can do it consistently. Let's try it again. Okay, here's this, up to me, there it is, and send. So on that one, there was a little hesitation because I had to refine it a little bit. It came in and stopped at the top, and I had to bring it down just a little. But you saw, I mean, again, I got a decent hit out of that. Let's try it again. Okay, so again, here I come, there it comes. There's my A-zone. Great, there's my dot, got it. Now again, if I'm over here, all I'm doing, bringing the that way. Now that was not the best trigger press known to man, which is why I got a 7-ring hit. Let's try that again. There it is. There's what I was looking for right there because I was gripping the gun like I meant it. Go over to the other side here. Again, same thing. I'm bringing the gun up through the same plane of motion. Through the same plane of motion and seeing it, okay? So really the key here is to bring the gun from wherever it gathers here. So we always say that at Active Self-Protection. We do that where we're happy and we know it, right? And if you play the game with me, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Now this is where you put your hands together where the gun comes out. This is where you kind of gather things. Some people a little higher, some people a little lower, some people a little farther in, some people a little farther out. But wherever you're happy and you know it, right, is where you start this press forward from. Bring the gun, the back plate of the gun up to your nose and bring that dot from 12 o'clock down into your zone of sight. If you do that, I think you'll have success. You can see we can have general success just standing here at the 5-yard line, not moving super duper fast. You can work that in your dry practice as well, or next time you're going to the range. Work that. I think it'll help you with your dot presentation. It'll help you on your odd positions too. Hope it helps.